Hello, welcome back to Chris's Beer Reviews. How are you? Hope you're doing okay. It's time for a beer review, and it's a Northern Monk beer review. And where did I pick this up? I think it was Morrisons. Northern Monk used to be epic. They're not so much anymore. I find myself, and I don't like doing it, I found myself bashing Northern Monk more than I do Brewdog. That's a sad state of affairs, but I still keep picking them up. I still keep doing it. And it's the same with some Brewdog beers. I still do pick them up. And this one is called Northern Monk Bertha, the world famous chocolate cake stout. Northern Monk in collaboration with Get Baked. There's nothing on the side of this about who Get Baked are. Absolutely nothing. On the side it says the OG classic, gooey, decadent, sweet, luxurious, thick, sticky, rich, with love, Bertha. There it is. I mean, that sounds epic. That sounds like it should be good. And if you can produce a good stout, you can definitely produce a good chocolatey stout. And Northern Monk are good at that. And this comes in at 8.4% ABV as well. Refrigerate below 5 degrees. I'm not sure how I feel about that in a stout at 8.4%. Refrigerate below 5 degrees. I mean, we're getting into lager territory below 5 degrees. But that kind of concerns me a little bit. We shouldn't be refrigerating stouts below 5 degrees. And when you do refrigerate a stout and you have it really kind of chilled, like lager chilled, you knock out so many flavours. Is there something going on with that on there? That does concern me. But it's not a bad looking can. I don't think it's the best artwork ever from Northern Monk, but you're certainly getting a big old chocolate cake on the front of there. So let's stop rambling on about it and let's get on with it. And let's see what this is all about. I expect it to be dark, as in jet black. I expect it to certainly be sticky. I'm not looking for it to be oily, which is kind of what you get from imperial stouts, but 8.4, we're certainly pushing up into that territory. Whatever that was, I've just knocked it in the glass. Big head, didn't expect that. This isn't a nucleated glass, but that is a big head for an 8.4%, and I don't think I particularly poured that vigorously. I'll put that there for you, but there's still more in that can. These cans normally always fit in this glass, but there it is. Look at that head. Big old head, certainly tanned, and it is jet black. There's no seeing through that. Let's have a little sniff, Skid. Oh, it smells good. That's a really good chocolatey aroma. I like that. That's a good chocolate aroma. Little bit of roastiness, a little bit of roasty and a little bit of fruitiness just sneaking in at the end there. But definitely chocolate, definitely milky chocolate. I mean, in all fairness, that smells good. It's got sweetness to it as well. And I am one of these people that does enjoy a good old sweetie, big old stout. But it smells good. It's a little bit on the synthetic-y side, even for chocolate, but it's got a powderiness to it. I still can't get that all in the glass, which I'm really desperately trying to do. But it does smell good. There's almost a bit of vanilla in there as well. I haven't read the side because there's no point. Look at it. It's tiny. Absolutely no point in that whatsoever. Let's get tasting. Cheers. Let's have some more. Why on earth you would refrigerate that and below 5 degrees, I've got no idea. There is absolutely no reason to do that. This has been out, I've never put that in a fridge. When I bought it in Morrisons, it came up to the pub shed and it stayed out. It's not gone in my fridge. And over certainly in the last couple of days in the UK, we've had a massive temperature drop, haven't we? All of a sudden it does feel like winter. So in my pub shed I do have a radiator, and it is on a very low setting, so it's not warm in here but it's not cold at the same time. I don't know what the temperature is in here, but it's certainly not warm, but at the same time, as I said, it's not cold. So that is the temperature of whatever it is in here. Why you'd have that below 5 is beyond me. Let's have another taste and then I'll tell you a bit about it. I know we're 5 minutes in. It's not bad. It's by far nowhere near what Northern Monk can achieve. But if we go back to what it says on the side, it says it's gooey. It does have a little element of gooiness, which could be so much better. And for 8.4%, it is quite thin for 8.4%. I don't know how they've done that. Made something at 8.4% that is supposed to be all chocolatey and gooey tastes so thin. It's a bit bizarre. But it does have a little gooiness to it. You know that point when you bite into a chocolate cake and then you hit that layer of that chocolate kind of mousse or whatever it is inside? Like what you see in there, you've got the layers, haven't you? And you've got the sponge and then you've got that chocolatey vibe. It kind of gives you that, which works, and it's good. It's good they've got that in there, which is what you're getting the gooey from. Let's go down the list. Is it decadent? Not particularly. Is it sweet? Yes, it definitely has a sweet vibe to it. It definitely feels like there's certainly vanilla in there that's giving it a bit of sweetness and a bit of sugar and a bit of brown sugar, which is quite pleasant. Is it luxurious? I wouldn't call it luxurious because it's too thin. It's too thin to be luxurious. It needed a sticky mouthfeel to make it that kind of gooey, luxurious vibe. Is it thick? Not at all. Is it thick? No. Is it sticky? No. Is it rich? No. It isn't, you know, all it's hitting is a bit of gooiness and sweetness out of those 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 descriptors on the side. It's only really hitting a couple of those. It's far from what Northern Monk used to be able to achieve. And somehow we're rolling in, probably going to end up pushing a 10-minute video, but it's so far from what Northern Monk used to be able to achieve. And I've said it before in a few videos recently, I don't know what's going on at Northern Monk, but something not good is happening. I've got absolutely no idea who Get Baked are, that's in collab with. I've got no idea who Bertha is, this world famous chocolate cake. It's chocolatey, but it doesn't feel like a good chocolate that you can get in some really good stouts. You can really get a good chocolate vibe. It doesn't deliver that real decent chocolate vibe. The 8.4% is incredibly hidden. I'll give it that, incredibly hidden. But at the same token, it's too thin. It's way too thin for a gooey, decadent, sweet, chocolatey stout, sticky. It doesn't deliver those things it says on the side, and that's what lets it down. I was hoping that would be good. I thought for Northern Monk, if they're just doing a straightforward chocolatey stout, they'd nail it, and they haven't. There's definitely something fundamentally wrong at Northern Monk, and I don't know what that is, and we'll probably never ever find out. That was in Morrisons. I can't remember how much it was. I think it was in the buy 4 for whatever it is, where you get the cheapest one free, 4 for 3. No, I wouldn't recommend it. I really wouldn't. It lacks. It just lacks. We've got that. You get it. You understand what I'm saying. And it's quite carbonated as well, which you don't want in an 8.4% stout. But there you go. We're over 9 minutes in. Let's stop. I'm done. See you on another one.